Greetings, people of the world. Matthew back with you here in Overall Autism for the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Heavensward. So, last time, accompanied by Ysayle, Estenian and I, as well as Lord Hraesvelgr, were able to stop the latest onslaught by the heretics here in Ishgard, and we were able to convince them to withdraw from the city. After doing that, we then returned to the observatorium where we took on the level 56 challenge that was made available, and in so doing got a new ability called Fang and Claw that will allow us the ability to gain enhanced duration on the Blood of the Dragon ability, which increases the strength on a temporary basis of our jumping attacks. But now it's time, after that little side quest, to take on more main story. So let's speak with Lord Hraesvelgr and take on the level 56 challenge entitled He Who Would Not Be Denied. Lord Hraesvelgr has more than a few questions to ask. I'm sure he does. That, my friends, was rather too close for comfort. Praise Helone that things did not end in bloodshed. I confess I was little more than a dismay to see you in the company of Lady Iceheart. Whatever is going on, Mathia? Well, you saw what she did. She ordered the Dravanian horde to withdraw. But I can explain it in more detail if you like. Beg pardon? You traveled to the Churnimus together? Along with Estenian? Don't get mad at me. Never was there more an unlikely alliance. Nor one so magnificently effective. Needhog dead, the heretics pacified. Father and Sir Aymeric must know of this. Let us break the news to them together. I will bring Sir Aymeric to Fort Top Manor. I think that's a good idea. Yes, an excellent suggestion. Very well. Mathia and I shall await you there. Alright. And since the pillars are such a short walk away, why don't we just simply make the cross over the threshold? Yes, we shall see what the reaction is upon our arrival. I would hope to anticipate that it is a positive one, because we accomplished what we had to do. Even if it went against the rules a bit in having to work hand in hand with a heretic. I mean, Lord Hraesvelgr obviously saw the merit of our actions. But how will the rest of the people of Ishgard react? That we do not yet know. So since of course we're going into Fort Tom Manor, you know how I am on this. Dress uniform. Yeah, I have to go in wearing my Grand Company uniform. It's just something I have to do. I mean, I'm going into a count's house, for crying out loud. I'd be a fool not to. And Alphinaud's with us too. We are here!
Praise Helone, you are safe.
Thank you, Contamant.
My safety was never in doubt, Father. For I had the Azure Dragoon and the Warrior of Light by my side.
Of course.
We bring the most wonderful tidings.
And so now explained in detail. By both Lord Hraesvelgr and the Warrior of Light himself. But nothing from Estenian.
The infamous Lady Iceheart? Here in Ishgard? This is most unexpected.
She has done much to quell the violence. The Inquisition may not approve, but we are glad of her presence.
Well, I'm glad to see you guys understand.
And with the Great Worm's demise, even our nation's more reactionary elements will have scant grounds to press for her immediate impeachment.
That's true.
My thoughts exactly.
Well, let's hope you're both right.
What of the truth revealed to us by Hraesvelgr? That the origins of the Dragonsong War, a core tenet of Ishgardian faith, are quite unlike those depicted in the scriptures.
Watch your tongue there, Alphinaud.
That men and dragons once lived together in harmony, and that it was man's treachery which shattered the peace and plunged our peoples into war.
Mm-hmm.
The same scripture also describes the origins of the High Houses. Were it exposed as false, the legitimacy of our rule would be called into question. If both Highborn and Lowborn can trace their ancestry to Thordan and his knights, 12.
But a single sip of dragon's blood is required to confirm their lineage.
And so, how do you propose we do this?
If the Holy See knew of this and chose to remain silent, their crimes are grievous indeed. Regardless, this state of affairs cannot be allowed to continue.
Let's hope we don't have to raise arms. Or bear them, either. What's all on all of our minds?
Sir Aymeric, you cannot mean to raise this matter with the Archbishop.
That's what I was fearing.
Pray consider what you are proposing. If the Holy See chose to conceal the truth for centuries, what reason would they have to reveal it now?
Yeah, especially if there's no further reason to keep fighting. I mean, you have to see it
At
from all
best,
angles.
You will be branded a heretic and clapped in irons.
Then at least the Archbishop will have shown his true colors. My friends, this war will never truly be at an end until the truth is made known. You must see what lies on the horizon if it is not. When ruled by fear of a common enemy, we were united. But now we have none. During the war, the Highborn needed men to lead, and the Lowborn men to follow. Not anymore. 'Tis but a matter of time before the old order is called into question. Lady Ysayle will share the truth with her followers, and the Holy See will be powerless to stop its spread. The disenfranchised will rise up united, and blood will flow in the streets once more.
Let's hope this is not the last we're seeing of you,
A
Sir Aymeric.
divided Ishgard will not survive.
Yeah, civil war.
Tread carefully, Lord Commander.
Yeah, you could have civil war on your hands. So we're
My
not
lady,
gonna...
is it wise to let him go?
Yeah, I mean, we should at the very least be standing alongside him.
I sympathize with the Lord Commander's desire for reform, but to approach the Archbishop in this manner bespeaks an idealism to which I did not think Sir Aymeric prone.
Very true.
Though he comports himself as a realist, he has long dreamt of reform. 'Twas that idealism which first drew me to him. That which made me swear an oath to serve. We must not think of ways to hinder his cause, but rather ways to aid it. Even should the Holy See cry heresy.
You cannot mean...
If the Lord Commander does not return from the vault at the appointed hour, I mean to go and fetch him.
Have care, my lady. Your words border on treason. Should they reach the wrong ears, you will be declared an enemy of Ishgard.
Yeah, I am really fearing the
That
worst.
is a risk I am willing to take. Lest you forget, my lord, I am not born of this land. My loyalty is to the Lord Commander alone. But I speak only of what may come to pass. If the rumors regarding his heritage are to be believed, we have naught to fear.
Lies and slander.
Oh,
Forgive me, what rumors are these?
yeah. Clue him in.
That Sir Aymeric is the Archbishop's bastard son.
Oh, great.
Senior clergy are not permitted to marry and sire children. But even the holiest among us are not immune to temptation.
Yeah, where have we heard that before?
I labor to believe it. Sir Aymeric is truly the Archbishop's son.
It seems like so many of the main NPCs in this game have either adopted sons or bastard sons or illegitimate children of some kind. Like, it feels like the only person, the only NPC that we've gotten to know really well who is not in this situation is Alpha Node.
He has never been publicly acknowledged as such. But the rumors have plagued him since childhood. That he rose to his current position, despite being despised as a bastard and accused of profiting from his father's influence, bespeaks the quality of his character. It is my hope that on this occasion, the burden of his birth will work in his favor. Should our worst fears be realized, the Archbishop will not be so quick to execute his own flesh and blood, affording us time to mount a rescue.
Bastard or trueborn, he is our nation's best hope. If the Holy See dares to threaten him, I shall lead the charge against the Vault myself.
Wow.
Hear, hear! The future of Ishgard rests on Sir Aymeric's shoulders. I too will do mine utmost to aid his cause.
Orchefort, be reasonable.
Yeah. I mean, the few of us against the many of them, even with the Warrior Light's aid.
A knight lives to serve, Father. To aid those in need. The people need Sir Aymeric more than ever, and we may be his only hope. There is no greater calling for a knight than to save the life of his fellow man. I swear to you, on the sigil of our house, that I shall do this and make you proud.
Don't look at me. I'm just here to do what has to be done.
Romantic, reckless fools, the lot of you. So be it. Make your preparations.
I thank you all for your support.
We're just along for the ride, Lucia. And Lucia will be the person we speak with to complete the current challenge. Though your assistance is most welcome, I fear it will not be enough. Agreed. Few as we are, we will struggle to reach the Lord Commander. If we are to succeed, we must needs recruit others to our cause. So, level 56, 72,000 experience points plus. Let's get these Lancer leggings for myself. Alright, Alpha Node with the next challenge. So let's go ahead and take it. In the meantime, before we do, I believe I have, now that I have a 56, I want to cast Glamour these. This is something I never showed off during the course of Realm Reborn, but if you have a piece of gear, and it says that it is projectable, you see it down at the bottom of the description of the dragon skin breeches of maiming that I have. If it says projectable, that it can be projectable, then you can use what's known as a glamour prism in order to be able to make it look like a piece of a different kind of armor. You have to have the armor in that piece of armor that you want it to look like in your possession, but then you can make it look like what you want it to. And of course it has to be the same style of armor. Like, for example, you can't take a Dragoon's armor and cast the glamour of it on say, a healer's piece of armor. It always has to be a Dragoon's with the Dragoons, a healer's with the healers, and so on. So, we want to take our dragon skin breeches of maiming and make them look like my Azure Dragoon armor. But I don't, because that's the proper catalyst. That is easily fixable, though. For now, and of course I can take care of this in between episodes. So let's speak with Alpha Node to take on the next level 56 main story challenge entitled Ill-Weather Friends. Adversity acquaints a man with strange bedfellows, as Alpha Node only knows too well. And so now, but how are we to carry out this bold endeavor? Even with an army of knights at our backs, a direct assault on the vault seems unlikely to succeed. You are correct, Master Alpha Node. Not even the simple might of House Voltom and the Temple Knights will be sufficient. With the support of another party, however, we may yet stand a chance. You mean with one of the other high houses? Precisely the opposite. I speak of the revolutionaries rumoured to reside in the Brume. 'Twas these disgruntled Ishgardians who opened the gates of our city to the heretics, I believe. But of course, if their hatred of the Holy See drove them to such deeds, they might as well be persuaded to assist in Sir Aymeric's rescue, knowing the truth he would lay bare. Such is my home, Master Alpha Node, and I would have you and Mathia reach out to them. As a Temple Knight and sworn servant of the Holy See, any overtures I make are doomed to fail. But as outsiders, the two of you may receive a warmer welcome. Very well, we shall seek out the leader of these revolutionaries and make our case. My thanks. Estenian, will you heed your brother's command if you order them to stand aside? The Dragoons have no love for politics, my lady. They will gladly watch and wait while the Highborn fight amongst themselves. How very wise. Mathia, we should hurry to the Forgotten Knight. Tartaru may have knowledge of these revolutionaries. I think that's a good idea. So shall we go? Oh, Lord Harshalfon ain't gonna come along? Alright. That's fine. Then we can just make our way to the Brume. Or actually, no, we want to go to the Forgotten Knight first, and then I'm guessing we're going to go to the Brume. Alright. Back to the Forgotten Knights. The popular pub here in Ishgard. Can't we settle this over a pint? As Shrek so eloquently put it. Alright. So let's go on over and speak with who we need to speak to. And that's of course our good friend Tartaru, who we haven't seen in quite a while. Alright. Hey there, Tartaru. Hope you've been holding up okay? Mathia! Alphanode! Gods, I've been worried sick! It's so good to see you! And you, Tataru, how did you manage to escape the chaos in the streets? She stayed right here. Gibralon and the others barricaded the doors until the heretics left. No one was harmed, thankfully. But what about you two? What came of your journey? Well, if you have to know, here's what happened. You're not serious! What was Thormund thinking? I mean, the way you two talk about him, I wouldn't have believed. Anyway, I've heard rumors of the people you're looking for, but I doubt they'll be of much use. The only thing I can say with certainty is that they're led by someone called the Mongrel. A queer moniker if I ever heard one, but mayhap it will make the individual in question easier to find. Come, let us all make inquiries below. Alright. This we shall do. And hey, even Gibralon has a side quest for us if we ever want it. But yeah, we want to speak to people in the Brume. I don't know if we're necessarily going to clean their clocks or not, so I don't believe that's the reason why we're coming. But, you know what? We're going to see what we can come up with. Ouch! Okay. Brume starveling, huh? A mongrel? Not sure I catch your meaning. Two blue blood, where all of us are dogs down here. Oh, that's not good, is it? But yeah, the Brume, I guess, would be the equivalent of the slums, the underground of Ishgard. And this Brume Elder, what do you have to say, sir? What's that? Speak up! I can't hear as well as I used to. Are you saying that intentionally to ignore us, or do you have another reason? A Brume rat, huh? I don't know a god's damn thing about the Mongol, but if I did, you can be sure I wouldn't tell you. Well, it looks like we definitely... Yeah, I don't know if they're actually firing at us, or because we're not exactly welcome around here, or if they had something else in mind. Well, Alphanode's hiding down here too. Not a single shred of information? Just as I expected, these revolutionaries will not have evaded capture for so long without the Master's complicity. Still, it is good to know that Tartaru's ears are as sharp as ever. And so let's take another piece of level 56 gear. Black Mage, please, if you would. And now, for our next level 56 main story challenge, entitled The Spice of Life. Alphanode is not one to be easily deterred. Of course not. Frustrating though it may be, we must press on. While I continue speaking with the people of the Brume, why not go see if Gibralon knows aught of value? As the proprietor of the Forgotten Knight, surely he must have heard whispers of the Mongol before. We can only hope that he'll be more forthcoming than the others. Well, for now, let's hope you're right on that, because we could sure use some very crucial information, and hopefully it'll be given to us. Oh, can I go down here? No. No, it's just something to look at. So yeah, I guess we want to go back up. Yeah, here's the broom. And we'll just run it out. We'll just run it out because the two are so close to each other, why not? Besides, we had to take a big drop in order to get down here anyway, so it's not like we're necessarily going to be wanting to do this trip too much. Alright. Let's go over here and... trying to remember where all this stuff is. Yeah, we want to come in here. No, that's the congregation. That's the congregation. No, I don't want to go in there. No, that's not why I have come here. We want to go in the Forgotten Knights. Hi, Gibralon. What do you know? You know, people long for a sympathetic ear, but they need to know that it comes with tight lips. Discretion, Matthias. That's what my customers expect. If they don't get it, then I don't get them. That being said, I'm not without my sympathies. I've heard the tales, and I know you've done right by highborn and lowborn alike. Least I can do is point you in the right direction, but to do that, I'll need you to do something for me. So happens there's a hunter up in the Crozier who owes me a fair bit of coin. However, I've agreed to accept payment in fresh herbs. Go and get them for me. Agreed? Yeah, I think I can accommodate you in that regard there, Gibralon. Speak with a hulking hunter in the pillars. Then we shall do this. So, jumping over to the Jeweled Crozier in order to find our herb man, our spice man, and see if he can provide us with what we need so that we can give it to Gibralon. And hey, there's a Manalana and Onawa. It's been a while since we've seen those guys. I would talk with them, but I'm trying to keep things focused on the goals at hand here. But yeah, it looks like we found our hulking hunter, this Rogadin. Greetings, sir. So, you're Gibralon's errand boy? Good, good. How's he doing? Same as always? Right, right. Any road, I hope he appreciates how much trouble I had to go through on account of his bloody herbs. Tell him to enjoy them while they last, because I doubt I'll be able to find any more next year. Running you ragged, huh? I guess it's not the best thing in the world to have the hunter's position to try and find rare things like these herbs. I mean, who knows if they actually are rare? Maybe they're just not in the spot that he normally finds them. In any event, back over to the Forgotten Knight. And we'll do some more pub crawling. Alright. Yeah, and I still can't get used to where I am in the world. It's just not the same place. This is a far cry from where we once were, and hey, more dragoons. The dragoons are out in force. And that puts a smile on my face, if you didn't already know. And folks, it looks like we even have a Lalafell Dragoon right over here. Who's at level 60. Okay, so it looks like she's reached the end. Alright, Gibralon. Well, you're going to hand them over or not? There you go, here you go. Aye, this ought to do it. With a few other spices, I believe I can make it just like she used to. And who's this she you're talking about? There are a few things which stir the hearts of men like a sip of mulled wine. Share a glass with the right people, and who knows what stories they'll share. Well, why don't we find out, as we take the next level 56 main story challenge from you. Oh, okay, we already know about most of this stuff, but yeah. We want to focus on main story here, with a level 56 challenge entitled Noble Indiscretions. Gibralon has a faraway look in his eyes. Now that I think on it, there's a woman I know who's rather fond of this blend. Herethia is her name, and she resides in the Pillars. She's a maidservant to some noble house or another. I forget. Anyway, be ashamed if she didn't try to get this wine. Why not give her a bottle? Alright. Twice mulled wine, huh? Well, we can make it a point to go over to Last Vigil and try to knock down specifically where she is. So let's warp there right now. Alright, where's our person of interest? Oh, she's actually quite a bit of distance away. She's actually closer to the Astrologicum. But in order to accomplish what we need to, this is what we must do. Alright, so let's see what Hertha says about this wine we're going to bestow upon her. Alright, young lady. Yes, I'm Hertha. Beg your pardon, but do I know you, sir? Well, not yet, but someone you know does. I know the smell. This is the wine that girl used to prepare. Her special recipe. It must be decades since I last tasted this. Oh, the poor dear. Such a shame that she was taken in by that Baron. He cut a dashing figure, I'll grant you that. Tall, slender, long of ear, like pretty much every other Elezen male. But those dazzling ruby eyes of his were filled with lust. 'Twas not more than infatuation what she left, but she convinced herself that it was love and he couldn't help but take advantage. But when her belly started to grow, caused the scandal. I mean, 'tis not a common occurrence, but that it was made with a hue made it so much. Well, I need to tell you, she was discharged from their service, cast out onto the streets like so much refuse. After she returned to the Brume, we drifted apart. I only learned of her death by chance, years later by chance. Ugh, that's not good. Well, does this actually get us closer to finding the person that we're looking for, which is the mongrel? Are we going to find this dog and try and muzzle him or something? I only say that out of pun. But in all seriousness, I much prefer cats over dogs. Dogs traumatized me as a child. And even when one barks, I still get a jump scare. Alright, back over to the Forgotten Knight. And let's see what Gabriel has to say about what we've just learned. So, the amorous nobleman begs his maidservant to cast her aside when the seed takes root. Yeah, sounds about right. Not the most original tale, is it? Cold comfort for the women and children who live it, though. Well, did this get us any closer? And who's making all those crazy sound effects? I'm guessing it would be the person who left that red circle. Yeah, like, leave your stuff, take it outside. You're gonna fight with someone, take it outside. This is a bar, damn it. So let's speak with Gibralon to take on the next main story challenge. Level 56, entitled A Child Apart. Gibralon's face is a mask, but beneath it you sense something old and bitter. Even the penitent can appreciate wine from time to time. Take Gilles, for example. Surely you've heard of him, no? He's a monk who offers succor to the poor in the Brume. A man of many vows, but not one to prohibit spirituous beverages. Aye, if there was ever a man who deserved a drink, it'd be him. Very well. I shall find this priest of yours. It looks like he might be right outside the door. Yeah, I guess we gotta go down here in order to get out. Hey, we can even jump across the bar. Wow. That was most unexpected. But yeah, it looks like if we want to keep going, we're gonna have to jump into the Brume once again. Or maybe not. No, it looks like he may have actually been in the Forgotten Knight the whole time. And if that's the case, like, ah, man, that's what sucks so bad. Alright, this time I will make the jump back over to the Forgotten Knight. Yeah, because taking a wrong turn was a waste of time in itself. So is he supposed to be inside? And maybe I just didn't notice him? Because yeah, he looks to be within the confines of the Forgotten Knight. And something's wrong here. Did we just, like, miss him or something? Take a wrong turn, that sort of thing? Huh. Because, yeah, the way the map reads, he should be within the Forgotten Knight. Alright, this is strange, because we didn't notice the man. Is he possibly on the top floor and we just didn't notice him? No. Huh. Or maybe he's over here in the congregation? But no, that wouldn't make sense, because the congregation and the Forgotten Knight are two different buildings entirely. And I don't see him outside. So where's this guy? Yeah, I mean, you'd think he would be standing right over here. Because I didn't see anything that looked like a way... Huh. Does this possibly serve as a path to go elsewhere? Unless he's... Okay, I think I get it. I think I get it now. Or do I? Alright. Oh, this is a elusive man here that we're looking for. Huh. I really don't know where this monk is. Okay, he's right here. Alright. Joldu, you are a hard man to find, sir. Halon's blessings be upon you, sir. A gift? For me? Yes, courtesy of the Forgotten Knights. This scent, how reminiscent of one once made by a dear old friend. May her soul rest in peace. Forsaken by her family, she toiled tirelessly to feed and clothe her child, yet somehow she found time to help me tend to those in even worse circumstances. So compassionate she was, so full of love for her fellow man. 'Twas that love which gave her child strength to endure the scorn of the other younglings. That little girl, bless her heart, she couldn't help what she was. Eventually she won them over, but those first few years were trying, even more so when she had started fending for herself. I remember the days she spent standing on the walls, raven black hair flowing in the wind, staring out, as if for her mother's face in the mists. Well, we'll see if this piece of information actually gleaned us any closer to what we require. It'll be have to be the last completion for now, because we're over 30 minutes, and I'd like to bring this episode to a close once we get this part done. So back over to the Forgotten Knight. Okay, keep her along. She was a remarkable woman, Mathia. After everything she was forced to endure, she still remained hopeful for the future. For her daughter's future. Why do I get the feeling that her daughter may be Ysayle, aka Iceheart? That's just the sort of thing I'm getting, because... yeah, it seems like a girl that he's talking about. Let me read the text here again. Yeah, a daughter. It has, the person he's speaking of must be Iceheart. So, if this is who indeed we're talking about, there could be more to this than meets the eye. And I'm thinking, are Sir Aymeric and Ysayle of the same family? Oh boy. National Enquirer, get your information out. TMZ, you too. Because, yeah, this could be quite the scandal we may have on our hands. But we'll do more scandal hunting in the next episode. So, with that, I'd like to thank everyone for watching the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Heavensward. And when I join you again, we'll see what other information we can get as we continue to speak with Gabrielon and the other denizens in and around the Forgotten Knight and the Brume, as we hope to get ourselves a little bit closer to the truth on this mysterious daughter. So until next time everyone, this is Matthew at Novora Autism, saying take care, and I'll see you soon.